guys, my name is Takeshi Lilly. This video is literally going to be about one thing that changed my life last year, and that was definitely birth control. So I have been on birth control for probably around a year now. I'm not really sure. Haven't been counting like that, sorry. But basically, these are the reasons why I'm no longer on them pills, because let me tell you, sometimes I found out that the pros could really overweigh the cons when it comes to stuff like that. The main reason why I wanted to go on birth control was, one, because my period was just extremely horrible. Like, for starters, I was having blackouts where my eyes would go black and I couldn't see. I would vomit. Anytime I took pills, I vomit. Can you imagine, like, you're trying to help the pain by taking painkillers and you literally start vomiting? And that is exactly what will happen with me. It was just so much. Like, my period was just so much. Like, these female issues, I'm telling you, it's a lot. So then what I decided to do, I had a conversation with my mom, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go on birth control. Plus, I'm sexually active, so it only made more sense. Like, or so I thought. You know, the first month, it wasn't so bad. Let me say the first 3 months, it wasn't so bad. Like, I was taking it, I didn't really notice much differences yet, because they tell you the first 3 months it's not gonna be that crazy. You're not really gonna see the difference until after 3 months. So nothing really happened. I noticed that I started gaining a little bit of weight, which is normal for that, you know, but I was low-key feeling myself because, you know, your girl is getting some boobies and I got a little butt, and I'm like, yes, you know, birth control is doing me right. Everything's going phenomenal on this birth control. I love it. I'm gonna keep taking it. I wasn't taking it consistently, of course. I'm a normal girl. Like, I forgot, I missed pills. All of that was just so much, but since I was missing the pills, it wasn't doing me so bad. 4 or 5 months into it now, I start taking the pills consistently. When I first went to get the pill, I would tell them, you know, I have these little moments and periods where I can get depressed, or I'm just feeling sad and I don't know why. Like, there's no reason. I just have these emotions, and sometimes my emotions could overflow. You know, I'm human. These things happen. She was like, okay, I'm gonna give you the lowest dosage, being that you only want it to necessarily help you with your period, and that's really your main reason for coming here. So after a while, I'm like, okay, in the summer now, because I started taking it when I was in college during the spring semester, so now in the summer, I noticed that when I got home, I started having these really bad back issues. And at first I'm thinking, like, maybe like I'm just having back pains and I don't know why, but it was to the point where I was wearing a back brace to go to bed. Like, I could not sleep without a back brace. I could not get up without a back brace. Every time I was walking around, I felt like my back was killing me. And that was partially because when I gained weight, a lot of it did not go to my stomach or spread evenly amongst my body. All of that weight literally went to my boobs and my butt, and I just felt like my back and my feet just could not handle it. It just wasn't enough for both those parts of my body. I was never thinking it was the birth control. I'm like, maybe it's just me, maybe something just wrong. I just randomly gained all this weight, so maybe that's what's causing all these flood of emotions and issues on my back. Maybe I should go see a doctor and I'll be okay. So that whole chiropractor thing ended up not happening, unfortunately, because when I went, they did not take my medical insurance, and I just wasn't gonna pay $200 on the spot, not when I have insurance. I have to try something else. So I would just start rubbing Icy Hot, Biofreeze on my back, do it like an everyday thing, and think that that was okay, that would be enough, and just take the back pain and it's fine. Problem number 2 is I used to get these flow of emotions, as I mentioned before, but these flows of emotions was just completely different. I was at the point where I would be so depressed and so upset, and my fiance would literally be asking me like, what is wrong? Like, I don't know how to help you. Like, let me know what's wrong so I could do something to help you. And guys, like, it's like, how can you explain to somebody what's wrong with you when you don't even know what's wrong with you? It's like, I was just so sad. I was so depressed, like 3, 4, 5 times as much as I used to be before, and I could not explain why. Like, I just felt down for no reason, and it just weighed a lot on me because I'm not one to drench myself in sadness for a long period of time, and that was literally a breaking point for me because I just couldn't understand why I was so depressed. I didn't want to leave my room. I didn't want to go anywhere. Like, the pill just made me so depressed, and I just could not understand, like, what am I doing? Like, what is wrong with me? Why am I so sad? Like, that was just, that was a crazy issue that I just did not want to deal with. Like, I couldn't understand it. It's just like, have you ever just been so sad and you just don't know why, and you're thinking like, what is it? Like, what's wrong with me? Is there something wrong with me? Like, what can I do? But there's literally nothing wrong with you, and you can't figure it out, and it's just so stressful and so frustrating, and that's exactly what I was going through on the pill. The third reason, and I know a lot of people don't talk about this because even when I watch videos, I did not really hear about it, but since I'm going to be as informal as possible, I'm going to mention it. And my third reason is literally vaginal dryness. On that pill, probably after I was hitting around my 7th, 8th month mark of just being consistent, feeling my little body that was coming along or whatever, I literally noticed that there were times when I would get aroused, but it would just be a desert. Like, there's nothing down there. Like, I would feel so in the mood and ready, and it was just nothing. Like, nothing. And thank God that I have a phenomenal man, because let me tell you, he could have literally went out there and did whatever with anybody else and we would have been done, but he literally just stayed with me, and we were trying to figure out what was happening. He kept thinking like maybe it was him, maybe something was wrong with him. He just could not understand what the heck was going on. Like, it was frustrating. As we sat down together, we had so many conversations, we didn't know, until finally we were like, you know, we didn't really have this issue before I went on the birth control, so why are we having this issue now? Maybe it must be the birth control that's causing all these problems. That was a major issue, and that stopped us from having sex for months, like literally months. And I'm telling you, man, my man, a phenomenal man. He's a phenomenal man, boy. Because I can't even explain. He's just a really good man, because he supported me going through all of that, guys. But that was a major issue for me, and that even added to my depression, because no female wants to be in the predicament where they feel as though they cannot pleasure their significant other. And I was literally going through that. I never really had the thoughts like, oh, is he gonna go out there and he's gonna cheat, because I know where I stand in my relationship and I know the type of bond that we have. But just imagining other people who don't necessarily have that bond, that could be a major issue. So I think right now for birth control, what I most likely will do is just go back to what I used to do before and start taking my fiber pills, or maybe drinking more water, or as much water as I can. And I think I'm definitely gonna get those issues back, because even with drinking water, even with taking fiber pills, the pain will be minimized a little, but I would still go through the same thing. But since I don't know what the pill is doing to me, I really don't want to have to keep going through these things. And the fourth thing that really bothered me on the pill was, I'm telling you, for the natural hair community, you guys, my edges. Actually, let me just come in a little closer. Like, my hair does not start getting thick until it reaches like this point. And I know you guys could kind of see it. Like, this whole area is thin, and that, it was not like that before. Here, I covered it because this whole section here, Y'all don't even want to see that. You can't be natural without edges. It's not possible. Oh my god. This is not possible. How can I be depressed? How can I be depressed? Not being sexually aroused and don't got no edges. Plus, I got back pain. It's just like, how many else can I actually take on that pill? So at this point, I've literally told myself that there is no way that I am going to go back on birth control. Like, there has to be some other way to help with our periods being that bad without it just being birth control and having to take all that comes along with it. It helps the one thing that I want it to assist with, but then causes all these other issues that it's not even worth being on. Like, to be honest, for me personally, it's just not worth it. But you guys could let me know if it is for you, because it did help with my period. Like, my period was it started being very light. I didn't get like spotting all the time. I just got light period and it wasn't as painful. It definitely took away the pain, but weighing the pros and the cons for me, it's a little no, because I can't live without my edges. But let me know how you guys feel about that. You could just leave the comments down below. If you have any questions, please let me know. I will answer them for you. Also, I'm running for a pageant for Miss FIUCSA at Florida International University, and I will be representing Miss Jamaica. And if you guys would, I would actually love if you guys would vote for me, and I'll just place that link below in the description box, and maybe I'll drop in a little cute video in this corner or a flyer or something. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video is not too long because your girl's gonna edit it. I got y'all. And yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.